And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Vick. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Hey, easy. 5-1.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. 12.
Now Breeze. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Complete to Evan Ingram. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, easy. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. He gets it to Brown, complete. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Hey, kill. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, 2nd and 3.
Move. Hit the edge. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Go.
Now it's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And able to find John Brown. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
12 more yards there and another first down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? On the toss, it's Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hey, Stu. Here we go. Check tight. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check tight.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He can run, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from 5 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. John Brown. Touchdown, Falcons. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey. 36.
On play action, it's Breeze. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
21. 11.
There's Breeze. Finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his man Johnson, and that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets this one to Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from a yard out, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
wanna do. Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Strip that ball. Undercrunch. Check 37. Check 37.
On play action, Vick. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All day, every day, any day. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58 for Mike, 58.
Here's Michael Vick. This is the tight end fan. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, come on, hey.
Throwing, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
Ready. 95-56, 95-56.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At their 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, I'm coming.
To throw is Breeze. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Breeze now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
We got 21.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch the curl. 49. Check 49.
Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vick. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow waiting. check. Check. 5. Mike's 43. Let's go, baby. They turn out. Let's get that ball. 43 is the 11. Come to one. Yes.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick trying to lay one up into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Tuggle, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Breeze going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Here we go. Check it out, low. Drop deep. Check nine.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
With it is Brown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's a big play there for the Patriots. 63 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. 13.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Who's that?
Here's Vic. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Yes, Mike. You don't want to pick up the ball. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the out. Watch the out. 58.
Vic to throw it. Going up top. And that that going to be incomplete? Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half. When you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, boys, 58, 58.
Now here's Vic. Being chased out left. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Off the play fake, Vic. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Vic goes play action. Buying time to his left. Going up top for Cup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Woo-hoo! 58 for Mike, 58, 58 for Mike. Hey, get the away with it.
It'll be Vic once more. And able to find John Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Breeze now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Here's Breeze. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And some room to work. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now, Vick. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Vick. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a draw play for Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he gets it back near midfield, but the dream ends there. He doesn't take it all the way back for 2. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it, and maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Vic, he's got his big tight end, Fan. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Vic readies to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Johnson, 75 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. To throw is Breeze. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Ready. We're waiting.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because
championships. All my records go hard. This a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles. I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody. Take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire. Then I bake them. I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work. I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains. I'm about to make a play. Move the chains. Tell them get up out the way. Move the chains. I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby. Tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me. Ain't no topping me. I am up. Number 1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me. Hope you ready. Get it up. I be booted up. Popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible. I read the game. I think it's time to switch. You get hit. If I miss, then my teammates got the blitz. Yeah. Move the chains. I'm about to make a play. Move the chains. Tell them get up out the way. Move the chains. I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby. Tell them move the chains.
Feel like, yeah, game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pops to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off from the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go on EA Sports. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Since we outlaw. 56. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Deuce. Throw it away. Check 43.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ready. Pittsburgh.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on. Mike bought 9. Mike bought 9. Mike, check. 59.
Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 45 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Buddy up. Mike, 57. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On third down, Vick. It got his man complete. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sammy Watkins, 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. And I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after 1.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, watch the slip.
From the 39, Wilson. And Stills bringing it in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Vick eluding the pressure right, and he hits Drake. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
First down, a run with Cohen. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Tariq Cohen, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Got it. Goes the Mike. Rock 57. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on second down. Vick. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? Throwing, Vick. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Cohen. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them a lot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Get off the train tracks.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's
The
go.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All right. Let's go.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's get it.
The 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Go. Here we go. Mike, check. 59. All day, baby, all day. 59 mark. Check. 59.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at that. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running for the shotgun with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Cohen on the toss. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was front.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Dave Casper, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
14. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check. 59.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Ken Houston. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They go play action with Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. My God, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, alert. Mike, check, 59. I'm not ready. 59's Mike, check, 59. Go.
Wilson now to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Good job right there. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on, boy.
Play action. It's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
You can't block me.
So here's Vic following the interception. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Vick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Vick. And this is caught by Watkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. From the red zone now, Vick. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots, it always takes off with it. It's a fake.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Look, clock management 101.
Going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Stills the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking to go back to Stills, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go 14. Check.
Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. This morning in our missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
First and 10, here's Vic. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vic looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. The intended target. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is Cohen. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Cohen. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Mike 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Tight dog.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Vic on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
17-0, our score after 1. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a play fake. Now Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And it's caught by Parker. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Vic. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now here's Vic. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Vic to the air again. Escaping the pressure right. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check. Run left. All day. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Slow. 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Sammy Watkins, 67 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Parker unable to get that one. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 0. 59. Hustle. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And he'll take it into the end zone.
About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, buddy.
First down. Dickerson call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent. Coming to you. Coming to you. Rotate. Short.
To throw, Vic. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, Vic. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sammy Watkins, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Going deep here for one. That's caught at the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 47 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Draw play, Cohen. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Flushed out right, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. These two teams all tied after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 down. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That's good for 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's outside. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Vick. This will be caught by Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. On second down and 4, Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now a draw play with Drake. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, 59. Yo. Mike's 59. Let's go, team.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Vic on second down. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here goes Vick on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on. Come on. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
380. Hey, alert. Mike, check. 59. Here we go. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Off the toss, Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Phillips. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Michael Vick. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Cohen. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check, 59.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sean Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more... Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Ooh, the juke. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got it. Mike 5'9. Push him back.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you. Watch General West.
They run. This is Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Mike 5'9. Here we go. Go. Check 59. Come on, D. 59's Mike. Check 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Patriots have it.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, but it'll be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
57, Mike, 57.
Now Michael Vick. And he finds Gronk. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.